to stay with us. We're still discussing cooking gas.
Yes. I was going to ask, what exactly is the price that the Nigeria liquefied natural gas has put gas price? You know why I'm asking? Because we know that Nigerians are in the chain, and any capitalist in the chain can determine their cost and their prices. But if the NLNG is fixing price because we floated Naira, or how did they even arrive at that price? Because we floated Naira and they're a Nigerian company, and we're allowing it just like that, no regulation from the DPR or somebody. Who is supposed to regulate them, and why is that person not regulating?
No, it's not that there's no regulation or that they just float price. The mechanism in which they determine their price is what we can fault and we can correct.
Okay, so what?
They normally benchmark their price based on international price templates, Montbellevue and others. And this is the argument now. The Nigerian economy, we should not subject the pricing of our gas to that international.
We are not
importing
gas?
Yeah, we import little quantity now to supplement domestic. Currently now, 80% of our consumption is produced locally. Okay. So about 20% is being imported. Okay. That's quite insignificant. But notwithstanding, the one that's being produced locally here, they are being subjected to international price templates. And when you do that, we are not on the same economy. You can't compare Nigerian economy with the economy in Europe and other, and the kind of per capita income, their take home, and the value of their money is not the same thing as ours. And our poverty level is quite high. So, and that is what we are talking about now. And the ministry is getting to step in and intervene, that there must be a local price template.
Exactly.
That local price template, we take in cognizance of our economy. Good. This product is sourced, is processed, is here.
Thank you.
Yes, there are some 1 or 2 inputs that you bought in terms of material from foreign company. That does not mean everything should be subjected to. And when that price goes up like that, it benefits the producer. That is why you see a kind of restriction to changing. Because
where is that conversation going? Where is that conversation?
The minister set up a committee now, and they're giving a deadline to come back to him on working on local price template. I believe by January, by grace of God Almighty, we should be able to have a local price template for all gas produced here. Don't forget, gas, even to some other companies, are actually a byproduct. In a refinery, cooking gas is a byproduct. But you now find that the cost of a cooking gas is actually equal or more than the main product of petroleum. That's an aberration. It's an extortion. It shouldn't be like that. And LPG is a byproduct for a refinery. Even for LLNG, there are some other gases. There are other gases that actually the main product that in high demand. Cooking gas, you come it by the way, and it also has to be processed. But because the market force assists it in price to go up, and that has to be checkmate. It's not that it should not make profit, but we should have local price
regulated
that will make the gas cheaper and affordable to Nigeria.
This guy been holding for a minute. Ochanga, thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
I want to ask the man in your studio.
Yes.
Why like from out to where I call it from, a kg of gas is 1,400 naira.
Okay.
And the worst is that they consider the meter that they are using to sell this gas, you don't know what is their price. You don't know what what is their kg. It is only with math that they will tell you that this is 1,400 per kg. But the meter does not read. They just they just cancel the meter. It doesn't know. So it is just only kg that you will see, but you will not see on the meter whether it's 1,400 or whether it's 200. So please, how can you people help us to monitor these people so that...
Okay, I think what he's saying is that consumer protection. Sure. Yes. Because where people actually, there's certain what is supposed to charge 1,400, but they are not able to see if it's the right reading what they purchase. So that's how, what do you...
It's a common question. But what I always advise people, education is important. You must have fair knowledge about whatever you are doing. If you want to fill your gas, go to licensed plants, licensed by NDPRA. And there are great government agencies that ensure accuracies. The weight and measure people goes around, the NDPRA also ensure. And the dispensing techniques now is through a dispenser that is digital. They will program what you want to fill.
Yeah.
If it's 3 kg, 6 kg, you will see. And that machine will start counting. When it discharged up to the end of that one, you see it coming back to 0. That means if you are fully discharged. But if you are not aware, even when they fill the accurate info, you still be doubting them because some cylinders are not transparent. There are some cylinders that are transparent, you can see the flow. But if you are carrying cylinder that's not transparent, you'll be doubting them. You now be benchmarking. This one, I spent 9 days. This one, I spent
3 weeks. This one, I spent
cooking are never of the same pattern.
Absolutely.
No cooking in any month is of the same pattern. While you are boiling your water and you are watching African Magic, and the water is still boiling, you are seeing ordinary water you boil. You do not know how many minutes it's enough just one. So the only way to check that is that when you go to plant to fill, check the meters, they program it, and check the receipt and ensure it flows.
Okay.
I
Maybe
think
I'll
on
come to you that in a second,
Yeah,
because I have a caller who's been holding for a minute.
able
I'll
to
come
tell
to you.
what-
Shegun from Surulere, you're live.
Hello?
Go ahead,
Hello.
please, you're live.
Hello?
You are live on TV. Go ahead, please, Shegun.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Let me tell you, I'm a gas dealer.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm a gas dealer. The kind of experience you have, the way they maltreated people, increase gas price every week.
Okay.
You will just wake up early in the morning, they will not even tell the gas retail. You will say the whole gas finish, they will not tell the increasing it. They suffer with gas dealer, they suffer the customer. At the end of the day, we use our money to go, the profit is supposed to belong to us to use it to buy gas from them. They should do something about it, they are stopping people in this country.
There is a gas dealer.
Yes, I got his message. He's a gas leader and he's lamenting about the rate price changes.
Yes.
Okay. And price of gas is flexible in Nigeria today.
Okay.
But that is what is about to be corrected.
Okay.
Because you get to depot where you want to buy, they will say the price is out and it has gone up. You will just have to reflect it on your stock. Because if you don't do that, you have problem in replacing your stock.
Yes.
And that is why we are calling for a local price template,
Okay.
which they are working on. Now, we've seen the result of efforts made so far.
Okay.
This period, the time around, the supply people, all the off-takers that were abandoned have been supplied now.
Okay.
And that means supply, they are reducing the influence of middlemen. So price for this season will be stable. But it must come down.
Okay.
The potential for the price to come down is there.
Very high.
By the time we have a local price template, the price will come down.
I hope Shegun understands that, because what the guest is saying is that they have been in communication with the Honorable Minister, and what they have said is that they are working on a local price template because it is our own. We are hardly importing anything to produce this gas. It's a byproduct. So once they finally agree, and there's this committee that has been set up, once they agree on that price template, there's a strong possibility that the prices will come down. So that issue, Shegun, that you just talked about is likely to be resolved in the coming months. Go ahead.
Okay, my question will be to defaulters.
Yeah.
Because like you mentioned, I always notice the meter when it's reading, and some people even go as far as rescaling for you, putting it on a scale and making you see that it's accurate, to convince you that it's accurate. But now when we have defaulters, where are the appropriate channels to report to? How do we bring them to bear? Like Miriam has somebody she wants to call out. He's a third party. Is there going to be a measure to curb him against other people?
Thank you. I will tell you where to report to, but the most working checkmate is the market. If somebody treats you badly, you will not go back there to buy again.
Yeah.
And there's competition. There are a lot of gas plants open on the streets. So everybody that wants to be in business must know that he must treat his customer like king and must be transparent in what you are doing. If you are not transparent, you won't go back there. That is the first control. Now, the second control that we have an association, in which I'm the national president, and we have office, we have contact number, you can report. Not all of them are our members, because if you are not duly licensed by regulatory authority and NMDPRO, you can't join us. You must be duly satisfied by the state and the government agencies, so before you can be licensed. If we are practicing in the quack way, we won't admit you. So, and that does not mean that those quack are not in business. They are in business. So it may be unfortunate, you won't know, buy from them, and there's no way to trace them. But that's why I always encourage people, go to standard gas plants. There's no way you have a standard gas plant that will not have approval. And if he's operating without approval, the law will have cut on him. So we can trace that and we can talk to them. But I think the best control, like I said, is knowledge. You as a customer know your rights and know how to read your meter. And when you check it,
But
you'll
what are the penalties for defaults? If there is a default from a licensed operator, something happens in between, licensed operator gets greedy, things happen. What are the penalties?
The offense are in different form. We are talking about changing in price, increase in price now. It's not their fault. It's what they buy, they sell.
Over time.
So you can't penalize them for that. But if you are sought fail, that is criminal, that's an offense. There's an agent of government that is in charge of that. You can as well report them to that. When you have your evidence, then you can as well report them to the association. We take it up.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
But I'm sure none of my members that knows what business is, we want to play with his business. Because if you don't do well, nobody will come. And over time, that investment will collapse.
okay, so I wanted to ask, something worries me where I live. There's a boss walking around with about 150 kg or 50 kg cylinders. He goes around supplying those who are doing the smallest retail sale. So he drops a 50 kg and, they will fill the 3.5 small ones with burners of
kgs
and they sell. What's the best, safest method?
No. Does he feel to them at instant there?
No.
Or he will have filled from his plant and now be dropping them?
Yes, I think
Okay,
he has.
if he will have filled from his plant, it's just only to go there, exchange the cylinder and correct them. There's less risk about that.
Okay.
The only thing that there's a particular volume you can carry and the way you position your cylinder. Okay. If your position are not in upright position, then that can lead to
They know upright too.
The
they are lying on top.
No, that is wrong.
Okay.
That is wrong. A cylinder should be stored in a crate form where it must be uprightly.
I think if you even do it upright, it will be able to carry more than the way it's
if
carrying.
it is not upright position, that
I've seen a lot
minimize
of
a lot of
them.
things. But if they just
horizontally.
drop it horizontally and drop it on that, it's more risky. And any regulatory authority that sees them, they pay heavy fine for that.
But there are a lot of
There's no crime in moving from your plant and dropping it to
your
consumers. In as much as you are not overloading and you are carrying the right number and you are positioning it uprightly. But the most dangerous and criminal is when you are discounting at the customer's base. Some people, they do that. If they are caught, it's criminal. Because discounting is illegal. Outside
from one to the other.
Yes, outside the plant.
Yeah.
It's wrong to decant outside the plant.
So what of the retail seller that has to do that 3.5?
That's the issue there now. Most of retailers you are seeing, they are licenses under category C, tied to a plant, which is expected to monitor them. Okay. And when they want to discount like that, of course, they are actually going to be outlawed. But we all know employment position in Nigeria.
Yes.
And that is what is delayed the enforcement. Okay. They are large in number, and if you put them out, it's just like dilemma of Okada man that government is facing. That's the same thing the authority is facing about them, how to manage. But there are a lot of education, a lot of regulatory monitoring that's going on to make sure the risk is being reduced. But I will encourage people, don't go to where they decant outside for you. It's not safe. Anything can happen. Ensure you go to standard and licensed plants where you know there are all security and safety guards are there that protect you. That makes life better for them. For people in rural areas, that is one of the issues we are having now. Is this distributor that actually penetrating the rural area? Because it is not profitable for plants to go and be set up in the rural area. Yes. They can never break even at the cost of the price. Because when you take a bridger to a local government where the population is poor, predominantly poor, civil servants that don't have no capacity to purchase, it takes you about 3 months to sell 20,000 kg. There's no way you can earn that at profit. It's huge loss. So those areas depend majorly on distributor who will now go and supply few people that are actually using gas in that locality. And that we are saying that if the price comes down, affordability is better, then plants can go and set up in that area. It's more profitable.
Take Lekon, thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, you are talking about this issue of bringing down the price by the end of the year or in January. Yeah. But now, all these losses, the people that are supplying the gas, all these losses, who bears that loss?
All the what?
Losses. Yes, the loss. Which loss?
All these losses on the current price that we are buying gas. Who is bearing the loss?
So what? Okay, let me be sure. So for a dealer, there's a current pricing that you're using right now. What he said is that the conversations, once they begin to change the price, I have a local format for you. Now you probably have to sell off your current stock and then revert to the new pricing that might end up. We don't know, but just still speaking, speculating, hoping that that's what the government will finally do. But we don't know yet, so I don't want us to speculate to that point right now. Don't jump the gun right now.
Exactly.
Let's stick to what we're doing right now. But hopefully, when the minister gets back in touch with the organization, with associations, they'll let us know what the new pricing will be. And of course, I'm sure there'll be a window to allow you to sell off your current stock before you get the new ones, if there's a new pricing indeed. Mariam.
Yes, so my question is, this local pricing that would come in, is this something that, based on what the minister is doing and the conversations you're having, is this something that will keep prices at least stable? You know, the fluctuations sometimes can be so frequent in a short time and really high or really low. So, like, what really high, never really low. So, what do you think, you know, based on this new format, do you think this new format will help in stabilizing prices, at least for a bit?
The objective of local price templates is to improve purchasing power. People should be able to afford it. But in terms of stability, there's no price that is stable for a long time because there are some other factors that influence it. Exchange rate is there. So if you have a stable and a very convenient exchange rate...
Why is exchange rate affecting the byproduct of...
Good question. There's still some other inputs that have foreign content in it. Even from personnel. Most of the people that technicians they are using, some of these companies also have ties with international companies. So they also have some. So there's no way we can rule out impact of foreign exchange in this. But if our exchange rate is stable and the price we are coming is more realistic, usage level will go up, more sales will go up, and will be affordable. We are looking at price that is affordable by Nigerians, so that people will not jump into the forest and cutting down the tree. That we are suffering from that.
Yes.
Even the health bill is worsening. People are having, every now and then you see free glasses. Why are people having that kind of sight problem? Because the way they cook is not healthy, it's not better. So if we're able to do that, we improve on the other side.
Let me take Olusegun. Thanks for calling.
I like that.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead. Lost that. Damn, someone had a question. Okay. Let's take a few comments on social media or questions for our guests. I'm sure lots of people are asking these questions. I mean, I like the idea of the penetration into the rural areas because obviously that's really the beauty of it. Marketers like you, capitalists, would also benefit more when there's more consumers across the nation.
And I also like the fact that you were talking about environment. You know, sometimes we never really think that you pay attention because capitalists just really want to make profit. But, you know, that this is a conversation you're also having, that we need to reduce how much we're causing deforestation and then the direct impact, you know, burning of this charcoal
on our health.
On our health is very important. Like, this is a conversation we should have alongside the pricing of gas going forward. So I just felt really proud that this was a part of conversation.
Okay, any other comments? So wrapping up.
My concern is still, you know, when the minister's committee's report is likely to come out, because we need relief as fast as possible.
It is an urgent issue, and I think the directive they're also getting from FILA is that it must make impact. If not that intervention, by now, we will have been buying gas at 1,800 per kg. The intervention that happened about a week ago is what made the price stable today. Stable at 1,350, 1,500. It still has potential to come down.
Okay.
So, and they also are aware the urgency. Nigerians are complaining, and they've given them the matching order. So they are working on price templates. If you don't work and agree, you can't just impose price. It's a deregulated product, and there's a petroleum act that's guiding the business operation. So it's not by heart. You must sit everybody around the table and see what is your cost, what's your landing, what can you do. I was trying to mention something. Why we need to work on the price template. You find out if you go to the south. That is where we're getting this gas. But take your cylinder, that's where you see the most expensive gas in Nigeria.
Why is it?
It's an irony. I don't know. Because you first take gas from Bonny. You take it from Port Harcourt, you drive it to Lagos. Yeah. From Lagos, now take it back here. They are the ones that are blessed with this gas, but they pay more than any other people. And it's wrong. This is what these price templates will do. In Port Harcourt now, find out some of them are feeling as high as 1,800. Why? Go to Bonnie, even at the back of the producer, the next labor to them, ask how much is buying gas, the gas that they are actually getting. So all this has to be addressed by local price template and distribution channels, so that people should have
Are there licensed players such that when in Bonnie they finish getting this gas, there are certain players who must carry it out and then redistribute? Is that how it works?
It's about infrastructure. Now, 27 is about commence. And I think NLG is also working towards the process of trucking, so that it will not be by vessel. If you truck in, it enables people in that area to buy two trucks, buy truck, and they can distribute, and the landing cost will be better in that area. And these are all the objectives of having a local price template.
The truth is that people in Bonny should not be paying for gas.
They should not even pay for gas.
They pay more than any other person.
What even changed? What changed? Gas used to be, as a child, I remember it was less than 300 naira per kg. So what's changed? Because then my dad used to say it's the cheapest means of...
The first issue with supply. When this government came into power, they work on supply. Supply has improved. Because people were producing LPG in this country, and they are taking to another country to sell. So this government is now saying no to exportation of cooking gas. Producer, if you have export, you must produce equipment for the local market consumption. That has improved supply to some extent. They also agree blending, so that you can blend butane with propane to increase the volume. That has actually augmented the supply. Supply is increasing, and that is why we have 80-20 now. 80 local, 20 foreign. Before, it used to be 60-40. But there's more supply now. As much as supply is locally, we must also work on profits, on the price, so that people will not extort common Nigerians, so that the price will be stable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Oladapo Olatunbosun, the National President of the Nigerian Association of Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you. It's my pleasure too.
Before we wrap up the show, it's important for us to celebrate our Group Managing Director and CEO, Mrs. Victoria Abiola Ajayi. Today is her birthday. I'd like the ladies to take a few seconds to say
Happy
just
birthday.
one at a time, please.
Okay, happy birthday, Victoria Ajayi. She's an amazing CEO and very approachable. So I just want to wish you many more fruitful years. In my usual way, you have many more blessed years on earth.
Let me just say happy birthday to our group CEO. Beautiful, intelligent. The other day we had the lunch, she mentioned that she's from a finance background, and we see she's an exemplary figure. So we young ladies also looking up to have people who have done a lot of good things, just like I look up to my MD. I'm sorry about that, but I want to wish you a happy birthday after your age, into your 60s, 70s. After 100, you and AJ Gabriel decide where you want to go to.
And because I'm a girl, just in me, I will wish you.
I was seeing you.
The station have been doing wonderfully well.
Oh, thank you.
That's about leadership.
Yes.
So I rejoice with her today on a special day.
Yeah.
Long life, more blessing, and you will grow 90,
Amen.
90, 100.
After 100.
Happy birthday to our dear CEO. You know, she's just someone that we're really proud of. You know, she's doing so much. She's a woman, she's a young woman, she's intelligent, she's beautiful. Like, where will you have command? There's no command anywhere. So we're wishing you the very best of this year and many, many more to come. We're so proud of you, and we're grateful for what you're doing here, and we wish you more success, which means more success for us all as well.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Victoria Ajayi. I just want to say I admire her professionalism. She's a thoroughbred professional, and she has a listening ear. I mean, for many years that I've known her, she's somebody you can go to her office and she actually listens. She might not give you an answer immediately, but when she eventually does, she comes up with options and answers. But thank you so much, Victoria, for being a good person, being a good heart, and being kind, and being a true leader to many of us. So congratulations again, and wishing you the best of the season. All right, that's all we can take on today's show. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.